So in this video we will discuss about the life cycle. Okay, in life cycle we have two forms of leishmania. One is the promastigote form and another is the amastigote form. Okay, promastigote form is a flagellated form, whereas amastigote form is a non-flagellated form. Promastigote form is found in the sandfly, whereas the amastigote form is found in the human. And promastigote form is an extracellular form, whereas the amastigote form is an intracellular form. Okay, in the life cycle, firstly, the promastigotes which are present in the sandfly, promastigotes in sandfly, okay, they are introduced via proboscis of the sandfly, via the proboscis of sandfly into skin of vertebrate host, okay. So first the sandfly inoculates the promastigote form into the skin of the vertebrate host. Then when it reaches the blood, then the neutrophils come into action. Neutrophils will predominate and take up the promastigote. But when neutrophils take up the promastigote from the blood, they undergo apoptosis. These apoptotic neutrophils will now release the parasite. Then macrophages come into play, and they are taken up by the macrophages and dendritic cells. Sometimes directly the apoptotic neutrophils can also be taken by the macrophages and dendritic cells. So they are in circulation, then they are taken up by the macrophages and the dendritic cells. Then what happens is the promastigote form, which is taken up by the macrophage and the dendritic cells, then they multiply as amastigote form. They were previously promastigote form, which is an extracellular form. These were the extracellular form, whereas when it enters into the macrophage cell, intracellular form, that is called, now it is called the amastigote form. And this amastigote form does not have flagella. Promastigote form was extracellular form, so they need to have flagella to travel, whereas amastigote form does not have flagella because they reside inside the cell. So they are taken up by the macrophages and the dendritic cells. Then the macrophages rupture, and again they invade other macrophages, invasion of other macrophages, okay. And these amastigote forms are taken up by the sandfly when they feed into the humans, okay. The sandfly, then these amastigote forms are converted again into the promastigote form in the sandfly. Posterior midgut. These were non-flagellated form. These are flagellated form, extracellular form. These promastigote forms. Now these promastigote forms, they multiply by binary fission, and they start to migrate to anterior midgut, and again these promastigote form, when they bite new humans, these promastigote forms are introduced by the proboscis into the skin of the vertebrate host, and they can infect the new host. In this way, the life cycle is continued, and minimum 10 to 1000 promastigotes, 10 to 1000 promastigotes per infective bite are required to initiate the infection, okay. In this way the life cycle is completed.